Uh, is it on? Sorry, I'm new to technology. Hi, I'm the safety officer at Sunnydale Hospital, and this video is for the newest intern. Sorry, we haven't met yet, but we have a new task for you here, starting off, kind of building off of the previous intern and what we did here. And so let me get right into it, just so you can get to work right away. Um, Technology, hold on. All right, there we go. All right, basically the scenario is this. I'm not going to read that for you there. Besides, my eyes are bad, so it's kind of hard to see. But the hospital needs to get a new window cleaner, and it seems like a small thing, but we're a big building. We have lots of windows. All right, and so we need to purchase a new brand of window cleaner, and there's a bunch of them out there that all have different prices and different chemical compositions and things like that. And so we need you to kind of do the legwork research on them and think about which one would be the best for the Sunnydale Hospital. And then you guys are going to create kind of some sort of argument, a video, and then we're going to present that video. You're going to submit it to me, and then I'm going to submit it to the hospital board. And then they will have to decide about making the purchase, because when we buy this is a big hospital, a lot of windows. We want to have it for a while. We're buying lots of cleaner here. So just some things to think about when you're doing this, about where it's going to be stored and things like that. A lot of things to be considered about, especially even how we get rid of it. We're at a hospital. We don't want just dangerous chemicals around all over the place, but at the same time, we want things to be very clean. All right. We also will have, if we're getting lots and lots of bottles of this, how are we going to consider getting rid of the bottles? Things like that. Do we just trash them? Because it's a lot of equipment we're dealing with here. All right. So make sure you're very familiar with this. I will also make sure that this presentation that I'm giving to you is available to you as well. So let's get a little bit. I tried to break it down for you. You're new intern here. Like, you're still trying to figure things out. I wanted to make your lives a little bit easier here. So I basically broke it down in a couple stages of what you need to do. One of the first things you're going to need to do is going to learn about the potential products. We've narrowed it down to 4. One of them we've used before. And I don't know how the previous intern set up the information. One of them we used before, and we're potentially looking at for different ones. So you're going to need to kind of start looking at them. I made a couple links here. If you click, oh, that's right, you can't click on the screen to do that. Sorry, my mistake. Again, new to technology. There you go. If you click on those, it will take you to this page here. And it talks a little bit about, I think, a little bit more about what's going on. Some of the chemicals that you're going to be seeing there. I don't know how familiar you are with your chemistry, and especially with disinfectants. There's some pretty mild ones, and then there's some pretty intense ones. So make sure to pay attention. If there's words you don't know, you got to look into it. You don't want to look like a fool in your presentation. All right. And then we have cleaners here, which we have labeled just generic, so that we will not have any bias towards a specific brand. We really want to based on their cost and things like that. So some things you'll have to consider. Once you kind of looked into it, maybe taken some notes on some of those things, you're going to start looking at some trade-offs. All right. Obviously, I said a moment ago that we want to have something that is not dangerous to our patients, dangerous chemicals, but we also want something that cleans something really well. And typically, the ones that clean the best are the harshest and potentially dangerous. And so finding that balance, maybe they're not quite as strong, but they're more cost efficient. You need to play that out. All right, you need to list that out. Maybe make a pro and con chart, however you want to do that. It is up to you. This is your project as an intern. All right. So you're going to have to really think about what's important to you. What do you think is the most important for Sunnydale? And that's eventually going to come through in your guys' final presentation. Then you're going to need to build an argument. Think about how you want to present your information. All right. You're obviously going to pick glass cleaner E. All right. And you got to decide, why did you pick that one? What are the benefits? What are the trade-offs? Trade-off meaning you're giving one thing but losing another. All right. Why did we choose this one? What were your main priorities? And why did you choose those priorities? All right, finally, you're going to need a presentation, a video presentation, which I'll talk about more in a second. I think there's a slide later about that. So going forward, next slide. Yeah, here's just what some of the information will look like. Just some things to consider. Think about cost, effectiveness, some of the properties. If you don't know what some of those words are, all right, you might need to do a little bit of Googling. All right. Think about, maintenance. Do we need to, how much is it? It doesn't have to be stored somewhere close. It's probably going to be stored in our main facility, which is right next to the boiler room. It's very warm in there. So that might be something to consider. I just thought of that. So hopefully the previous intern put that in the presentation there. And then obviously safety. We want to make sure it's safe for all of our patients as well. So, all right, presenting your decision. Again, I'm not going to read all these. In fact, I'm not going to read word by word, but hold on a second. Let me just. Yeah. You're going to need to want to, you're going to be thinking about a couple things. You're going to be making a video presentation. All right. It's unlikely I'm going to be able to get you time in front of the board to present your stuff in person. All right. Especially nowadays. All right. So what we're going to do is you're going to create a video. All right. And your video is going to be then presented to the board. All right, you're going to make a video, you're going to share it with me, and then I will give it to the board. All right, so this is you need to think about, what were some important factors that you chose? What were some things that you didn't think were very important? Talk about, sorry, hold on. Yeah, you need to convince them. Think about the drawbacks of your decision. So pros and cons. A big one. Please make sure you include something visual. All right. It's not just a video of you talking directly into a screen while laying on your bed. All right. Give them something to look at. I'm literally giving you a visual right now with my presentation. I could have just sent you an audio file or left you a voicemail. But no, I'm giving you something to look at, something to do while you're doing this. There could be a lot of things. You can make a pro and con chart. You can make a diagram. You can make some sort of flyer or poster or, some sort of like ad that looks like why this is the best cleaner. However you want to do it is up to you. All right. I'm going to let you choose that as part of your kind of intern project here. And then of course, make sure, you close your presentation with a strong argument. All right. Sorry. I got a little bit of cold here. At the hospital, Sunnydale Hospital, we use for any kind of video presentation or sharing, we use a program called Screencastify. I'm unfamiliar if you've used it before. If you have not, there is a tutorial there right there. That kind of walks you through some of it. It should have been preloaded on your issued Chromebook when you came here. Make sure you're professional. All right. You're not sitting there laying in your pajamas on your bed. This is a professional video that you're going to be sending to the hospital board. These are your boss's boss. All right, so please make sure that you are professional. Speak clearly. All right, use appropriate words, sirs and ma'ams, and thank yous. All right, just like Mama taught you. And then, of course, don't forget your visual thing. Now, as officially your boss's boss, I eventually will have to grade you on your intern performance. And so I wanted to make sure I was very laid out in front of you, what you were going to be expected of you. And so this is probably going to be one of your bigger projects at your internship this year at Sunnydale Hospital. And so I made a little quick rubric real quick of just kind of let's see how you do when you're given this task. Can you step up the game? And so I can give it forward to your next employer that, hey, this person knows what they're doing. They took it seriously. They did the work, so on and so forth. So that's how I guess I'll be assessing you going forward. So again, if you have any questions, make sure to ask and send out a message or an email. And if you're not sure, when you're done, you're going to be submitting it to me so that I can then pass it on to the board. You're going to be given about a week to do this. Check the information before you know exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it by. If not, just make sure you contact us. Otherwise, good luck on creating the presentation. Hold on, I got to figure out how to end these darn videos. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think that's the stop button. All right. Well, best of luck. And let me know if you have any questions. Good luck out there, kiddo.